Hey there, welcome back. In today's video, we're diving into the classic hit Spooky by Classics 4. I'm going to show you how to play it on the guitar at 3 different levels of difficulty, so you can choose the one that suits you best. We'll start with an easy version, only open chords. Move up to an intermediate level, a few bar chords and extensions, and finally tackle a more advanced take on the electric guitar. So let's get started. Hi, I'm Barry Clevenger, and if you're new here, I teach guitar and ukulele tunes, share tips and tricks, and help you bring your playing to the next level. I'm excited to teach you this Halloween seasonal classic, so let's dive right in. Okay, I'm going to show you the chords and song structure to play along with the original Classics 4 hit. This would be similar to the Atlanta Rhythm section version, with a few differences. Mainly, the Atlanta Rhythm section changed keys midway, but we're not going to do that today. So with all that said, I'm going to provide you with a chord chart here so you can see the song structure and chords. All right, let's get started with level 1. Notice today we're using the capo at the 1st fret here. And first I want to talk about the strum pattern that we're going to use. It's a 2-measure pattern for your strumming. We're going to use the first 2 chords that appear in this chart here, E minor to an A. And you can do the E minor with fingers 2 and 3 or fingers 1 and 2. Doesn't really matter. I'll probably use 2 and 3 today. But the strum pattern we're using is a 2-measure pattern, and I'm going to show it to you here. We're going to go E minor, which is going to be 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and then we're going to move to the A for the 2nd measure, which goes 1, and 4, and. So we have 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 4, and. So you can start to hear the song with that. Now you can also think of it as down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, 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 down, up. So that's going to be the majority of the strum pattern that we're playing today. Don't hesitate to alter from that a little bit. If you hear something in the song you want to play along with, that's just great. So the chords we need today are an E minor, an A, a B minor, and an E diminished 7. Now we don't use diminished 7 chords a lot. We use them more like in jazz, or maybe you'll hear them at Christmas time. But for most pop music, we don't use a diminished 7 chord, so it's really interesting, kind of spooky sounding, that we use it in this song. So this first version is perfect if you're just getting started or want an easy way to capture that classic vibe. I'll play through it slowly at first, and we'll build up to the rhythm of the song. Okay, so if you notice in our chord chart, we have E minor to A, E minor to A, E minor to A, E minor to A. That happens 4 times altogether. So let's do that first. This is the verse. Here's 1, 2, ready, begin. E minor, A, E minor, A, E minor, A. One more time. Now we have 2 E minors. 1, 2. We're going to stop on this A. 2, 3, 4 diminished. So that's what we have for our verse. Let's practice that one more time. We're practicing the verse. 1, 2, ready, begin. Cool of the evening when everything is getting kind of groovy. I call you up and ask you if you'd like to go with me and see E minor to A. The last line of the verse. At first you say no, got some plans for the night. We're going to stop on this A, diminished. Okay, and then we move to the chorus, which is the E minor, A, E minor, B minor. That's when we break away from the strum pattern and just follow the band with that B minor. It's like 1, 2, and triplet is how I think of it. I think of it as 1, 2, 3, triplet. Okay, so let's practice that chorus. 1, 2, ready, begin. Love is kinda crazy with this spooky little girl like you. 2, 3, triplet. Okay, so that's really the whole song for the Classics 4. It goes verse, chorus, verse, chorus. It does a solo in the song, but it's really still just the verse and the chorus, and then verse, chorus again. If you're enjoying this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't yet, subscribe for more guitar lessons, song tutorials, and tips. It's free for you and helps me to keep making content like this. So next, let's talk about level 2. We're staying on the acoustic guitar with still the capo at the 1st fret, but this time we're adding a few extensions to make it sound richer. So we need a new chord chart for this. You can see we'll be using E minor 7, A6, B minor 7, and still an E diminished 7. These chord extensions bring more color and depth, perfect for those who want a fuller sound and are ready for more complex chord shapes and a few bar chords. Okay, so first let's talk about the chords and their extensions. We have E minor 7. There's a few different ways to finger this. I'm probably going to use 1, 2 here and use my pinky up here for E minor 7. We have A6, which I'm just simply going to bar 4 strings and play, strum, 5 of these strings. Okay, that little F sharp on top makes that a 6th chord. So we have A6. So I have E minor 7. I have A6. I'm going to use B minor 7, which is a full bar chord. If you already know your bar chord B minor, all you have to do is pick up your pinky, and that makes it a B minor 7. That's B minor 7. And then finally E diminished. I can still use my 4-finger method for E diminished 7. Or I can bar and just lay down my 2nd finger on the 3rd string, my 3rd finger on the 1st string, play 4 strings. That's an E diminished 7. That's actually kind of nice because that E minor 7, I come from an A6, which is just all barred. I go to the E minor 7, I just lay those 2 down. So that's probably the version of E minor 7 that I'll use here. Okay, so notice in our chart, again, we have E minor 7, A6. That happens 4 times. In the verse, let's practice that. E minor 7 to A6. 1, 2, ready, begin. In the cool of the evening, when everything is getting kinda groovy. A6, E minor 7 again, to A6. Last line of the verse, we have E minor 7. At first you say no, you got some plans for the... We're going to stop on this A6, stop, 2, ready, E minor 7. Okay, let's practice that verse one more time. 1, 2, ready. In the cool of the evening, when everything is getting kind of groovy. E minor 7, A6, and see a movie. Last line, at first you say no, you got some plans for the night. Stop on the A6 to a diminished. That takes us to the chorus, which is E minor 7 to A6, E minor 7, and then B minor 7. 1, 2, ready, begin. Love is kinda crazy with a spooky little girl like you. B minor 7. So now we're at level 3. We're switching to an electric guitar and taking off the capo. We're going to use bar chords for a smooth, jazzy feel. These are a bit more advanced, so again, a new chord chart. Okay, so for these chords, we'll have an F minor 7, a B flat 6, an F diminished 7, spooky sounding, and a C minor 7. I'm probably going to do it the jazzy way, but you can also do a C minor 7 like this. So notice on our chart, we have F minor 7 to B flat 6. That happens 4 times. At the end of the verse, we got the 2 measures of F minor 7 to B flat 6, and then that diminished chord. We're also going to level up the strum pattern a little bit to follow along with the song better. Here's 1, 2, ready, begin. Sounds just like this song. One more time. Here's the last line of the verse. First you say no, you got some plans for the night. B flat 6 we stop, and then a diminished chord. All right. And then we head to the chorus. Love is kind of crazy with a spooky little girl like you. C minor 7. I hope this lesson has helped you find the right version of spooky for your playing level. Remember, it's all about having fun and challenging yourself just a little bit with each step. See you next time, and remember, 6 strings, 1 soul.